This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
As described by Fromm, human beings suffer from basic anxiety as a result of human dilemmas. These are feelings such as loneliness, isolation, and homelessness brought about by human separation from their natural world. This triggers a mechanism aimed at reducing the uncomfortable feelings. Jeff and live in Cleveland, far from their hometown and family. They strive hard to reunite with their family by visiting them during the Christmas and New Year holidays. This sense of unity is attributed to the need for rootedness and relatedness. Rootedness is the urge that motivates individuals to rediscover themselves and enjoy living in the world once more after separation for a long time. For relatedness, people aspire to unite through marriage or by forming close relationships. This is based on three dimensions: submission, power, and love. One gets united with the natural world by submitting to one another, a group, or an institution. Relative to attaining power, people become more dependent on one another and less independent. Lastly, love unifies individuals but still observes the integrity of individual separation. Regarding transcendence needs, Fromm described it as the urge for people to overcome passive and accidental existence by creating or destroying life. This is triggered by human beings who are cast into the natural world without their approval. Therefore, they transcend nature either by creating or destroying it for various reasons. As far as the sense of identity is concerned, self-consciousness is seen as a different object altogether. People are identified by the roles they play in the society. The sense of identity in most people is tied to their attachment to others or institutions like religion, occupation, social groups, and others. Jeff and identify themselves with their occupations. Their sense of identity is based on their unique talents, which benefit their institution and make them feel confident in their careers. In regard to the frame of orientation, Jeff and view the natural world as a place that requires more development. This is attributed to the fact that they encourage their children to leave the world a better place than they found it. On the basis of character orientation, Fromm would classify Jeff and as belonging to the productive orientation. In this case, they are committed to enhancing their growth and development, as well as those of others. This is guided by their hard work, love, and good reasoning. Fromm's humanistic psychological theory is significantly related to other psychological theories. First, it is closely related to behavioral and psychological theory. This theory states that behavior is acquired by conditioning. In addition, conditioning is controlled by the immediate surroundings. People are conditioned to embrace the behaviors of the natural world where they live or were brought up. Jeff and experienced difficulties in adjusting to a new environment far away from their home and family. Loneliness, isolation, and homelessness, amongst other behaviors, developed as a result of being separated from their natural world. In Andrea's case, she finds hardships in bonding with her family, and this was developed when she was small. This is further worsened by staying far away from home. Fromm's theory is related to cognitive psychology theory. People are predominantly occupied by their previous experiences in their natural world. When experiencing new environments and information, people should modify, add, or change their previous experiences. This is controlled by their mental and character orientation, which helps them assimilate and accommodate the new environment. For instance, a child's previous exposure to small dogs would tend to shape the child's mentality that dogs are small. In case the child encounters a big dog, he would absorb this new information and modify the previous information to include this new one. This transition would involve assimilation and accommodation. Assimilation is absorbing new experiences into the previously existing one, whereas accommodation is altering or changing the previous existing into the light of the new environment. Jeff and have to assimilate and accommodate living in a new environment that is far from the previous environment. From Andrea's perspective, she dreads visiting her remaining family due to the previous experience that she claims continues to persist. Furthermore, Maslow's and Rogers' humanistic psychology theories relate to that of Fromm. These theories are comprised of human needs that control human existence. According to Fromm's theory, human needs include rootedness, relatedness, transcendence, and identity. These relate to those of Maslow's theory, especially social needs. They concentrate more on relationships, a sense of belonging, love, and affection in social institutions, mostly families. Jeff and Ann miss being with their family, and they utilize this opportunity once it arises during the holiday season. Lastly, Fromm's theory also relates to the personality psychology theory. This theory targets the behavioral patterns and mental states or judgments that make one stand out from the rest. According to Fromm's theory, people should portray their uniqueness to define their sense of identity or personality. Jeff and Ann develop their identity from the unique talents in their occupations. This essay on Fromm's Humanistic Psychoanalysis was written and submitted by a student just like you. The Ivy Panda Samples database hosts thousands of works similar to this one on various subjects. Visit ivypanda.com to find what you are looking for.